Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Rosemary Leyva, and today I want to talk to you guys about something so powerful, and this is self-love. Now, we hear about this a lot. I know in the beginning, I used to kind of confuse this a lot with self-care. You know, people say like you need to practice self-love, you need to love yourself. I used to think about like you have to take a bubble bath or go get a massage or, you know, buy yourself nice things that make you feel good. And I didn't really know the deeper meaning of self-love, because self-care is one thing, and I think you can't talk about self-love without talking about self-care, but it's not all that self-love is. I think self-love is the foundation for everything. I think about the work of Louise Hay a lot. In her books, especially in her book, You Can Heal Your Life, she says that she believes that the root of all disease is a lack of self-love. And I really think as a society, we're not really taught about how to love ourselves or why we should love ourselves. I just really want to talk about this today because maybe you've been thinking about it too. Maybe you want to learn to love yourself more. I want to share some things that have worked for me and that I'm still working on, because I believe that self-love is a journey. It's not something that you just decide overnight, like, yeah, I'm gonna love myself, and suddenly you love yourself. Like, you know, it's not how it happens for everyone, at least. You know, for most of us, I think it's a journey. It's just like an everyday thing where you think about, is this honoring me? Am I putting myself first? Am I loving myself when I say things like this? When I do things like this? So is this promoting my self-love? The first thing that I want to talk to you guys today about is boundaries. This is another thing that I would hear people talk about, but I didn't really know what it meant. Boundaries are pretty much how far you allow people into your life. Like, it's like the limits that you establish with people. You know, it could be that you're that friend that everyone always calls and asks for favors or advice because they might think like, oh, you're always available, or you're really nice, you're not gonna say no. You know, people will only go as far as you let them. It's really important to set boundaries. It could be that you really love your friends, but you just need to tell them, like in a gentle but firm way, that you need them to respect your time, respect your space. You know, they can't be just like asking you for favors or coming over to your house or just treating you like your opinions don't matter. When you're like a very sensitive, empathic person, this can be hard because sometimes you don't know how to establish boundaries with people because you don't want to hurt them. But the reality is that you end up hurting yourself more when you don't establish boundaries with people. When you're a sensitive person, when you're an empath, usually you have a big heart. You want to help other people because you think like, you know, oh, it doesn't cost me anything. I have the time, I can do it. But the problem is that people take advantage of your generosity. And so it's really important when you are on this path of self-love to really be firm and learn how to say no. You can't have time for everybody, and you really need to take care of your time and value your time. If you don't value your time, how are you going to grow your business or be successful? You know, successful people value their time. They value themselves. You know, their time is expensive. So you need to see yourself that way. You need to start regarding yourself that way as a successful person. You know, successful people are busy. They're always on the go. They don't have time to be dealing with other people's BS, you know, because they've created a life where everything is efficient, everything is automated. They value themselves. They put that love that they have into their career, into their customers. They don't let other people waste their time. When you start putting limits on people, when you start establishing boundaries, you're showing people how to love you. You're showing people that you value yourself, and they're gonna start to value you more. Okay, so the next thing I want to share with you guys is something that I've talked about before, and this is affirmations and mirror work. when you're on this path to self-love and healing, it's really important to make it a part of your daily morning practice. And there are a lot of meditations out there that you can do. You know, you can look up guided meditations for self-love. Guided meditations are a very powerful way to start your day. Affirmations are really great when you want to start feeling more self-love, more self-acceptance. You know, you can do mirror work. Louise Hay talks a lot about mirror work, and basically you're just looking into the mirror and you're just telling yourself like, I love you. And she recommends using your name, so you can tell yourself like, I love you, Rosemary. I really, really love you, you know? And this is a way that you're kind of getting into your subconscious mind that you love yourself and you approve of yourself. And affirmations are a really powerful way to start to accept and approve of yourself, because Louise Hay says the more that you love and accept yourself, the less that you will have diseases, the less that you will have things showing up on your body. Because in this book, You Can Heal Your Life, she talks about how the diseases will show up in your body because it's almost like a call for help. It could be that you're having negative thoughts, or you're harboring a lot of anger, you're harboring a lot of resentment. And when you tune more into self-love, you learn to let go of resentment, you learn to let go of anger, and you just learn to forgive. I think that forgiveness is really tied to self-love. And the more that you love yourself, the more that you just tune into this energy of love, the more that you start to feel compassion for other people, and you start to realize how important forgiveness is. That brings me to my next point, which is learn to let go, learn to forgive. A lot of times we think that we're punishing other people by harboring resentment. Like we could think like, you know, this person did something really mean to me or really evil to me, and you know, they deserve to suffer, so I'm not going to forgive them. And you're harboring all of this resentment. And the only person that you're really poisoning is yourself. You know, you're poisoning yourself with all of this resentment, and you could be creating diseases. You know, you could be aging prematurely. You could be you know, you're just vibrating in a lower frequency when you're harboring resentment towards people. So when you decide to let go and to forgive, you let go of the resentment and you free yourself. You free yourself, and you know, you free the other person too from this energy. That's one way that you start to vibrate a lot lighter, and you start to feel a lot more love and acceptance, not only towards the other person, but towards yourself. It's really important to also forgive yourself. That's a really big thing, because, you know, a lot of times we can be really quick to forgive other people, but we can be really hard on ourselves. You know, it could be that, you know, you regret certain things that you did, or certain things that you told other people. I think a really powerful tool for this is a meditation. It's a Hawaiian tool, a Hawaiian meditation that's called Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. You can look it up on YouTube. But it's, like I said, it's this Hawaiian mantra that basically is for letting go and practicing forgiveness. And this way you're healing the relationship with other people, but you're also healing the relationship with yourself, because you're cutting these cords of resentment and negativity, and you're healing these relationships through love. So the affirmation, the mantra in the Ho'oponopono goes something like this: I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And this sounds very simple, but is a very powerful tool to heal these relationships with yourself and with the people around you. So the next thing I'm going to share for self-love is cutting toxic people out of your life. I find this to be very powerful for self-love. You know, there's some people in your life that you're probably not going to be able to cut out completely, like family, things like that. I find that forgiveness and compassion is a lot more powerful, but there are other people in your life that don't really belong in your life anymore. And it could be like, you know, friendships, it could be partners. And sometimes these relationships, these people come into your life to teach you something important, but it's really important to know when that time is up, like the expiration is up and it's time to let them go. And you have to do it not only for them, but for yourself. Because when you let go of toxic people, of negative people, of people who are always bringing you down, you start to feel so much lighter. Like you're like, wow, I can't believe I held on to these people for so long. It really is amazing how quickly your life starts to change when you let go of toxic, negative, energy sucking people. So the last thing I want to share with you guys about self-love: be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself when you're going through this journey of self-love. In the beginning, it can be hard, you know, you're battling these subconscious beliefs of not being worthy. You know, it's normal. I think a lot of our parents grew up with this and nobody really talked about it before, about self-love or about affirmations. So it's normal for you to fall back into these thinking patterns. You know, it's normal for you to compare yourself, but try to catch yourself, you know, try to say like, you know, okay, I realize I'm comparing myself again. How can I think about myself more positively? One thing that I do is I send love to the people. You know, if I catch myself comparing myself with somebody, I'll quickly try to send love to that person, you know. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, don't think that just because you have negative thoughts, it doesn't mean that you can't love yourself, or that, you know, you're not going to start loving yourself more and more every day. Just like I said, be patient with yourself, and every day you'll start to realize how much better you feel about yourself, and this self-love is going to start to reflect in your life. You're going to start to see how your life just flows a lot better, you know, where your relationships are a lot better. Negative people just somehow magically, you know, just disappear from your life. You start to just feel so much more empowered, so much happier, and you start to really have more fun in your life, and you start to realize what's important. You know, you come first. Don't think that something else or somebody else is going to make you feel good about yourself. Only you can find that happiness from within. So always remember that the more you love yourself, the more magical your life is going to be. So let me know if you like these topics. Let me know what you think about self-love. Have you struggled with it? What has helped you? Please comment down below. I would love to hear from you. And thank you for sharing. And thank you for watching another one of my videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.